Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the Lego Icons El Dorado Fortress. It is set number 10320, comes with 2,509 pieces, plus 8 minifigures, 9 if you count the little monkey over here, and originally retailed for $200. I gotta admit, this is a set I've been looking forward to make, as it is my very first Lego Pirates. It's a set. Long story short, Pirates was still kind of a big thing while I was a kid, but I just didn't have the money for it, or it just wasn't on my list. At least not high on my wish list. It's because I was big on the Star Wars sets. And then, right as I was getting to a point where I could had a lot of disposable income, Lego Pirates kind of fell on the way. He's kind of fell on the wayside until this guy came out. Unless you count the Creator 3-in-1 pirate ship, which I do have in my collection. But this is my first official Lego Pirate set. Anyway, I also love the fact that they're basically continuing what they've been doing for the last few years, where they're basically taking old classic Lego sets like the Galaxy Explorer we got a few years back, and the Black John Renegade we just got on New Year's, and basically bring them back as basically nostalgia sets, but in a updated, modernized version. And I tell you, this guy looks absolutely fantastic. Like one of the big updates for this one was originally the set one was on a large molded base plate, while this thing it is fully brick built. And again, it just looks absolutely fantastic. I love of all the colors with the white and yellow for the castle itself. Plus the small little ship on the side, and of course it can't be a pirate in this head without a couple of pirates getting ready for some shenanigans in the fortress. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to building this thing. Taking a look at the top, you get your full list of minifigures plus a 1-to-1 scale image of the cannon, and you got on the side of the box you got not only the pirate rowboat, but also the small ship. And taking a look back at the back, you can see a whole lot of details, like seeing how you can actually basically make the whole fortress somewhat modular, or just make it easier to transport, because you can move it into smaller pieces. But also see, like, you got the jail house over here, scaling the wall, a hidden treasure chest underneath, plus since the admiral's cabin. So yeah, this all looks really cool to me. Let me go ahead and get this box open. Oh, one thing you may have noticed with the box is that this is one of the larger ones where you can basically open a couple of tabs on the sides to open a couple, reveal a couple of like handles to carry the box around. Anyway, this does have tape, so you don't have to damage the box if you don't want to. Let's take a look what all we got in here. We got 1, 2, and I can see that flag is a printed piece. That makes me happy. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Move that out of the way. I imagine this is the sail for the ship. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 bags of parts. Whew! Again, that's a lot of parts. Of course, we got our file folder, which feels like there might be 2 instruction manuals in here. Indeed, there are. Oh, wait. No, it's 4. Oh, my bad. Okay, so taking a look. Starting off, of course, we've got the usual ad for paper bags. And once again, a set without paper bags. Got a nice inch. basically, going over how the set is basically a nostalgia set, a remake. You're comparing differences between the two versions of the set. Then we got this a little message from the Echo Icon senior designer Pierre Normandin, or however you pronounce it. My apologies. And then it looks like he just jumped straight into the build. Whew, honestly, so I'm guessing they did it like this. So, like, this is a big set, so I imagine they did it like this so you could, like, build the set as a family. I could totally see Lego doing that. They've done it before with sets smaller than this. And it doesn't look like there's any ads for any other sets. And also, it looks like, much like that flag, looks like everything else in this set is printed, which makes me very, very happy. Well, as you can imagine, with a 2,500 piece set, I won't be doing a time lapse on this, so we'll go ahead and jump straight into the review of the set, starting with the figures. All right, the build is done. That took several hours to take care of, so I'm kind of glad I didn't do a time lapse of that one. Anyway, since this is quite a bit of a modular set, I'm gonna break the set down by section, based on the order on how you build it in the instructions, and review the figures along with those sections. So starting off, we've got a little pirate rowboat. You can tell by the printed pirate flag. I am happy to say that my initial thoughts on this set were correct. That all the details on this set are either brick boat or printed, no stickers whatsoever. But you also got a couple of planks for your pirates to sit on, and a couple oars to row your boat. And since we got a little pirate boat, of course we got to have a couple pirates. So first off, we got this lady pirate. It's no secret that lady pirates existed. It's just most of the time they didn't exactly advertise that they were a lady, especially not as much as this one. Anyway, yeah, use it is a good the face print, and then you got the long hair in black, and no secondary face for her. But I'd like the little addition of the metallic gold painting on the necklace she's got. Also, I like the detailing on the shirt, both front and back. No armor leg printing, as you see, she comes with a sword. And for our second pirate, we've got a very rugged looking guy. Like bandana, the bandana for the head, and got the classic gold tooth in there, along with the classic eye patch. And he's got himself a basic shirt looking pretty solid for a pirate. And of course, there's plenty of room to put your two pirates in the boat. So this box shows this guy in front with the oars. So that's how we'll show. So that's how we'll do it here. There we go. Oop. Probably adjust the hands to where it actually looks like he's rowing. There we go. And then there's room in the back for our lady pirate. There we go. It actually looks really good. Now the Imperial forces have a little something to go up against this. In the original set, they had their own rowboat in red, but for this modern day update, they decided to give them a little more oomph with this little sloop. And I gotta say, I really like this boat, especially the cloth sails. They're a rough cloth, almost like the original capes they did. You know, kind of like with Vader for Star Wars. But they function really well. I like the printing on the big one. Now the one in the back, that's on mixo joints, so you can kind of. Whoop, that wasn't supposed to happen. There you go. But the sails on mixo joints, so you can kind of adjust adjust it so you to where it's at different angles. So I like that. Got and a couple of flags up top. Up, I like the large molded pieces up front to give the boat that nice smooth look on the bottom. Some good railings so, along the front and sides. You got I imagine probably like a baggage treasure on the front, like that they attached the sword right there, but behind, in front of the helm. That helm can spin 360 degrees. Looks like you've got a spyglass over here around the helm. Got a lantern on the back. Got nice use of the 1x2 with a bar attachment on the front. For the little bit the rudder you're supposed to be able to see, which can be adjusted. And while this thing doesn't have any physical weapons, I like the use of these technique pieces on the sides to simulate that there are a couple of cannons. But if you're gonna have a ship, and have that ship without a captain. And once again, Lego decided to go with a female captain. You actually, one of the interesting things I noticed about this is that there's an even amount of minifigures of men and women. So interesting little fact there. Nice hat hair combo going on here with your classic bullet fingers. With your classic naval hat going on here, the feather in the cap is a separate piece. Now she has have a secondary face. Is much more professional looking. And, nice shoulder attachment with the tassels in red and good printing for front and back. So that's so all that is in bag one. Next up, we have a much larger section, the largest section of the set, actually, with bags 2 through 5. And again, this is the largest section of the build. Woo! It is. I mean, look at this thing. It's huge. So you have the front gate and a good portion of the dock. Love the build here for the Cobble Street walkway, where you got a nice mix of pieces, whether it be the 1x1s circular tiles, the 1x2 oval tiles, 1x1 half oval tiles, those 2x2 circular tiles, and 2x2 circular tiles with jumpers in the middle. And with those jumpers, you can have, of course, you can have some figures looking like they're walking down that street. So yeah, I like that they incorporated that into this section, which was originally part of that large molded piece, which basically the original served for the foundation of the original. But again, for this one, it's fully brick built. So yeah, I like they incorporated that, and like I said, you got plenty of jumpers on here, so you can have it look like minifigures are walking in down that cobblestone street. You got a nice bit of sand going on here by the dock, which actually goes for quite a bit, and there's a lot going on the inside. And you can notice there's a couple of guard posts here with a couple of rifles. Oh, it's nice look for the fortress section. And you got the opening door, the window looks nice. You got a couple of torches around. There's actually quite a few torches in this set. So I almost want this whole thing's supposed to be taking place at night. Up on the top, you've got a classic pirate cannon. Rotates. Oh, if it wasn't for the large flag there, it would rotate a full 360 degrees. You actually get 3 of these guys. And you notice there's over here, you got a couple, one by one of the circular bricks. And that's because these are the cannonballs for the cannon. This cannon actually functions, and it's super simple. just put the 1x1 brick right down the barrel of the cannon, pull back on this section here, and she'll fire. And they actually go a really good distance. Like, it's nothing as crazy as, like, say, a spring-loaded shooter from, like, an X-Wing from Star Wars, but they will go pretty far. And again, you get 3 of these guys throughout the set. So, swinging around, and you can see underneath there's a cave with a barrel. Oh, inside, you open up that barrel, and there's coins and there's some treasure in there. And again, we got another torch. Just swing around here, you got a bit of a cooking area with a pot on top of the table. You got a bag over here, which I imagine is probably for ingredients. You've got over by the gate. I almost forgot. You got a little weapons rack with a sword and a couple of rifles. Over by the kitchen area, you've got a key, another torch, and then another sword and a rifle. And then you got clips over here for even more weapons if you want. And there's a little secret in this section. And pulled on this. It's a 1x2 tie with a jumper. And you notice there's a little crate here. You open that crate, there's a little message. Who left the crate there? Who wrote the letter? Who's the letter for? No idea. Some fun little mystery is going on here. There's some fun little mysteries going on here. The front gate, it does open all the way. Oops. Put that back. So go back. There we go. All right, so yeah, the front gate fully opens, and on the other side of whoop. Oh, and on the other side of that window, you got a little bit of an office. And I do mean little, you can barely fit a minifigure in there. But you can see there's a map here, along with a candle and a fountain. Oh, and a feather pen and a bottle of ink. And that is the office of the governor. I may have called this guy the admiral before, but he's actually the governor. So my mistake. I like the looking for the face print here. It's good full beard and mustache, complete with sideburns. No alternate face. I do like the piece for the admiral's for the admiral governor's cap, whatever have you. And I like the use of the fire piece in just regular red for the feather in the cap. Of course, he's got himself a sword. He's got the same tassels as your little sloop's captain, but in gold instead of red. And again, I like the printing on the front and back torso with plenty of metallic gold. So that is bags 2 through 5. Bags 2 through 4 were basically everything from water level up to the top of the cobblestone road. Oh, and then bag 5 was basically all the fortress sections. So yeah, the largest section in the set. Next up, for section 6, we have this little watchtower area. Once again, we got another one of those cannons. Again, able to rotate 360 degrees. And I almost forgot that. I was wondering for quite a while what this piece was, and then I realized, oh, this is what they used to jam the cannonball down the barrel. Notice you got a little parrot here. A mix of blue and yellow with some green mixed in. Got a couple of trees in there, along with a nice sized section of beach. You notice that this place has a couple of secrets as well. Swinging around, you got a little storage area. Got another bag and another crate. Nothing in this one. But you got a sword hanging on the side. And you notice you got a bit of a ladder, so your soldiers can climb up to the cannon. And then underneath, you got a couple some interesting stuff going on. These are supposed to be barrels of rum, and you notice from that little bit there, you notice someone's been using it for target practice because it's dripping. You notice there's a little frog back there, or another torch, and underneath the barrels, you got a chest. That's, and I honestly forget if there's anything in this chest. I know some of them have something in it, some of them don't. This is one of the ones that doesn't. Okay, so yeah, nothing too crazy going on here, with the exception of the cannon. But it's a nice little section go on here. And with this section, you get your first true Imperial soldier, like the use of the hat and bag. She's armed with a rifle. Again, it's another female. No alternate face for this one. You got the tassels in red, and the good and again good printing on the figure itself. Next up is a simple section, but it looks really good. We got ourselves a bit of a dock. Okay, and that can attach right next to the other section. Nothing too crazy going on here, like I said, but it does have a couple of secrets. You got a opening hatch over here, which will, if opened, will drop you right in the drink. And you do have a nice little seating area here with seating for four, and you got a couple of bowls, a couple of glasses. There's a wine bottle and a lantern. And actually, one thing I almost forgot. One thing I almost forgot about this set is that in the instruction manuals when you build this set, apparently that dock section is big enough that if you have the Lego Ideas Pirates of Barracuda Bay set, that dock is big enough that that boat can dock at it. While I currently don't have that set, no matter how much I would love to be able to get my hands on it, I do have the Creator 3-in-1 Pirate Ship. Admittedly, mine's a bit dusty, it's been sitting up on a shelf. But taking a look at it, yeah, you can totally, yeah, this thing's high enough that you can totally put that ship on the dock as well. So yeah, pretty cool. As for the figures that came in this section, you got yourself a couple more Imperial soldiers, one male, one female, all using the same torso as the last one, but they all look really good. The female does have an alternate face, and once again is using a hat hair combo. I don't think it's the same one, and as our captain. And especially considering this one has brown hair, the other one was blonde. But she has the gold tassels. Then you got our male soldier. He's got the backpack and the big hat. No alternate face and the red tassels. So yeah, pretty good. Also, we got ourselves a little morbid monkey, as I mentioned on the box. Super simple, but it definitely looks good. Gets the good point across. Next up, we have another cool section. We got ourselves a tower with a working crane. The crane can't work up and down, unfortunately. However, there is plenty of space to swing this thing a full 360 degrees, and the rope function works. You'll notice that this crane has a crate in it, and this crate does have a couple of things in it. Let me get it off and open. You'll notice it's got 3 pistols. The instruction manual it says you're supposed to put 2 in there, but I ended up with an extra, and I found out, hey, that third one fits in there as well. So I figured, why not put it in? And the crate just sits on 2x2 tiles and black with jumpers. It also it won't fall off. It just sits there on the hook. It sits there just fine. And got another little bit of the dock area. And behind here, you notice that there's a little bit of a waterway going on. Got a ladder to head up to the crane, and behind the crane, you have a little bit of an armory. You got quite a few extra shots for your cannons. You got a barrel, which I imagine would be full of bullets for your rifles. Or gunpowder, actually, now I think about it. And then the bag's probably for your bullets. And then you got, again, another torch. So, yeah, like I said, a lot of torches in this set. And then finally, in our final section, we have a bit of a prison. This looks really, really nice. As you'll see that there's a little waterfall, like a crab here. There are plenty of rock wall going on. And on the inside, you'll notice there's a treasure chest. It's fully loaded with the gold ingot bars, along with another back piece. Is you have a way to get in there via opening this door. You have a ladder going up to the top side. And yeah, the prison bars with complete with key and another torch, like the roofing details going on. But there are a couple easy ways to get in here. First off, this whole section right here, that just pops off right there. And you can also take off the entire roof. Hopefully without taking off that 1x6 tile. Anyway, taking a look inside, not a whole lot going on in there. A couple of wood planks, and apparently this is supposed to be hay that the prisoner is supposed to use for bedding. However, they have a bit of a sneaky way out because you notice there's a little bit of a hole next to where those planks are, and that's so this whole thing is on a technical joint and can be lifted up. So, take for example our pirate, or our rowboat pirate. You can just drop into that hole, and slide down the waterfall, and he's out. However, that doesn't always mean they're going to get out, because it's on the side here. We got some poor pirate guy who, well, he clearly got out of the prison. Well, let's just say that didn't mean he escaped. So yeah, nice little hidden Easter egg there. One thing I have noticed about that guy though is that if you move, if this thing gets passed around too much, he's basically just sitting there, kind of see where his feet are attached to a one by two a 1x2 brick on its side. But if this thing bounces around too much, he can pop off of those. And I tell you, it's not fun digging into this set just in order to just put him back where he belongs. It's not fun at all. So that's all the sections of this set shown off individually. And let's go ahead and get this set up to where you can see what it's like when all the pieces are together. Alright, so before we go to the full fortress, I almost forgot one figure, and this guy comes with the prison section, so I guess he's your prison guard. So once again, he's got the big hat with the backpack, red tassels, same torso, and I'm sure you guys have noticed most of these guys are armed with muskets. Let's take a look at the face print. Looks pretty good, and super simple. Yeah, but looks really good. I like the touches of hair on the side. No alternate face print. So, taking a look, this is one of two versions that you can have the fortress, which is basically just one big wall. You got the dock over here on the side. Then you got the beach section. Actually, there's a beach here with the gate. So technically, this is the main beach section. Then you got the front gate with section of the wall. Oh, then you got the crane, and then the prison. And again, it basically makes for what looks like one really big wall, like one section of a much larger fortress, which I almost feel like you could do if you got multiples of these guys. I mean, again, you're talking about 2,500 pieces worth of Lego here, and all of it looks, seriously, the whole thing looks fantastic. Like, I'm sure you could come up with a much larger fortress if you got 2 or 3 of these guys or more. But yeah, it looks really cool. Shows off basically everything. And you can see I've got all the Imperial figures all across the wall. I got mid. It's weird me saying that they're Imperial figures and it not be a Star Wars set. I got mid. But yeah, the whole fortress looks really cool from the front. Swinging around to the back, you can see. Yeah, come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, swing around into the back. You can see how it looks from the back. Because looks super. And then you can see a whole lot of the fun Easter eggs underneath, except for that poor pirate skeleton stuck in the waterway underneath. However, this is only one way that the instruction manuals show you can connect the set. There is another. So I'll go ahead and pop these guys off. Oop. Actually, you can see that showing off specifically the water tower. You can see they connect with the little clips here, and those attached to these pieces. So that's how all the sections attach. So go ahead. Yep. Detach everything. See, one, two, three, four. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I think that's everything. Okay, so let me. So yeah, let me show you how they show you how to attach it to make one simple fortress. First off, you take the dock, and that actually becomes the interior of the fortress. So that just attaches to there. Then you've got, let's see, and you got the prison section, so that's the center of this section. And then this section attaches there. And then bring the crane over. That attaches here. And then you just bring the two sections together. So let's see. So yeah, then you just bring the two sections together. I can get that. Come on. Come on. Come on, what's keeping you from attaching? That's what's going on. There we go. And boom, there we go. All right. So now you've got one much smaller version of the fortress, which is probably a bit more accurate to what you see not only on the box, but the more accurate to what you see in the compared to the original version of the set. There's a bit of the wall here that looks a bit empty. But oh wait, no, that's supposed to be right there. That's a walkway that's a walkway up into the fortress from the dock. Okay, never mind then. That's supposed to be there. It's a feature. But yeah, swinging the whole thing around. Yeah, this actually looks really, really good from basically every angle. So yeah, I really like this thing. And then of course, throw in your two pirates with their rowboat, and then the little sloop. And yeah, I feel like I got $200 worth of Lego out of this. Again, it's 2,500 pieces, so it's right there at that 10 cents per piece mark. Everybody seems to think it's supposed to be the crown jewel of what makes a Lego set worth it. But again, seriously, considering just how big this thing is, how much playability there is, the figures, just how cool looking this thing is, not to mention the modularity, yes, I would absolutely say that this is worth $215. And I think I'm going to keep it in this smaller version. Don't get me wrong, that wall style for the set looks absolutely fantastic. But when it comes right down to it, I don't have a whole lot of space for Lego sets on my shelves. They're kind of full up on it as is. And I think that this version of the build is going to fit in there just fine. But again, if you have that a larger area that you can display the wall section, I would absolutely do so, because again, it just looks super cool. So big solid build, lots of figures, lots of fun play features. The fortress itself looks good. The boat, the sloop, the little ship is good. Again, good figures. Really, I see no reason why you shouldn't pick this up if you have any interest in Lego Pirates or just pirates in general. Like, seriously, this is actually a really cool set. I am very glad I picked this one up. So that'll be the end of my review. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.